There's a lot of people out there who probably would say you're crazy and some think you're a genius.
Fuck them. So I see. I don't care what anybody thinks. I mean, their thoughts are completely irrelevant. I mean, I am me, and I know what the hell I'm doing, and I enjoy it. That's it. I started life in 1929. I guess it was a normal birth. Maybe I came out the wrong end. As a youth, I think I was sort of motivated with the idea of being wealthy. I figured the way to success is to be a businessman. Looking at the options in life, education was the way to go. So the panacea appeared to become a lawyer. And as a lawyer, that would open all sorts of venues toward business, because I aspired to be a millionaire by age 29, which unfortunately I'm off by about 50 or 60 years now. More or less approximately 35 years before today, I had an opportunity to acquire what I call birdland. From its inception, I took it out of agriculture and built 8 lakes and ponds of various sizes, planted personally at least 50,000 trees, and turned it into a nature preserve. And then approximately 15 years ago is when I read an article in the Mother Earth, one of the magazines, and there was an article about this person making things out of ferroconcrete, which is a wetting of sheet metal and concrete. Well, I've often been asked, how does one come to be from an attorney to a, quote, the world's greatest unrecognized self-proclaimed ferroconcrete sculptor? That's a good question, because as far as I know, I've never had any artistic talent. Never. I mean, it just, I was never artistic. In fact, I could hardly make a stick figure. But somehow or other, I don't know, it must have been a strike from, or a stroke from heaven, and then I became a sculptor at 65. and that's basically it. Why? I have no idea. Basically, there's a story here. On most of the exhibits, I have little dioramas and vignettes. And, well, for example, let's just sort of walk around. Now, this diorama represents a little action under the sea involving a cookie cutter shark. The cookie cutter is a parasite. So what this guy does, being a parasite, he'll sneak up on somebody like the bowhead and bite into him and twist his body and take out a piece of meat that looks like a cookie. But he'll also try and capture what he can engorge into his body. So he has this here mark on his abdomen amongst the bioluminescence that stands out, so that some future prey will come and see that and try and go for it. In the meanwhile, he's eaten by the cookie cutter. Nice guy. This is an octopus man. He will be soon a comic character. Maybe. But yeah, what else can I say? He looks like an octopus. And he acts like an octopus. Little kids are afraid of him. This is a orca, or killer whale. So far, the biggest project that I've embarked on. The armature of ferroconcrete work consists of the skeleton. But this basically consists of a Japanese car, which I used and had, and it broke down. And I brought it over here, and it was parked here for a number of years. And I figured, well, I'm going to make a whale out of it. And ultimately, I did. So there's a full-size car in there. It doesn't look like it, but there's a full-size 4-passenger car under the body of this creature. It's sort of ironic that trash in the sea is destroying so much of our sea life, and here I am using trash to create sea life. Yeah, that's amazing. Now, my creations are one of a kind. Like, I don't think anyone in the world has a beautiful nudibranch like this, or a trunkfish like this. And they are unique. It's not perfect. They are different, and they're weird, which of course is like, I'm considered weird too. What I'm doing, being in concrete, in my creations, will last, well, I don't know if forever, but I mean, the Romans were great with concrete. I mean, in fact, they're still there, 2,000, 2,500 years after, from the founding of Rome. So I would imagine that my creations will be around for at least 2,000 years, if not longer. If I was, go back, 50 years more or less, and encountered somebody like myself doing what I'm doing at that time and place, I would consider that 79-year-old, whoever it may be, as a little eccentric, to say, put it mildly, or even goofy. Not knowing that, of course, that I'd be that guy. Being a lawyer was fun. I mean, there were a lot of, wondrous days, great days, and I was a good lawyer. But my heart really wasn't into the law. I mean, it was just more or less like anything else. It was just a means toward an end. Looking back over the years, there's very few of us that are really know where we're going on the path of life. It's a winding road at best, and so somebody falls in a niche and not really liking what they're doing, and unfortunately they have to make a living and support their family, so they're just carried along in this niche. So if one had the others, I mean, one should aspire to do whatever the hell they want, but when you're young, 20, 25, 30, most of us really don't know what we want or what we're going to do in the grand scheme of things. Most people don't even know the existence of my creations. I've been working on it for approximately 10 years, and every day of my life I work on the reef. I would like for the reef to be appreciated by other people other than myself. I mean, I appreciate it immensely. It's so magnificent, and it tells a story. It tells a story about the ocean and the environment. Hopefully, upon my demise, when I'm up in heaven, glory be the day, I'm going to look down and see all these people coming through, strolling through the reef and commenting on, oh, how beautiful everything is down here. Look at all these creatures and seeing all the people gleefully learning and being educated by my creations. I will never stop because I just love it so. I have hundreds of fish to make. I just intend to continue in the same vein. Just keep on building reefs to the day I die. When I die, I want to have my spatula in hand. And I mean that, yeah.